Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. Today we are going to be looking at Markus Anderson, the international man of mystery. I did a reading on Omid Scobie yesterday and I dipped into the comments and quite a few people thought it would be a good idea for me to look at Markus Anderson. Of course, Markus, Omid and Meghan were quite the chums way back when. Markus Anderson has gone very quiet. I don't think he's been seen since that, I want to say christening, but not at all christening, that do in New York, the baby thing. I nearly said I've lost my mind. I haven't quite lost my mind, but I can't think of the word. The baby shower, that's the word. There he was. Partying with Meghan in New York. I don't think he's been seen since, hasn't been heard of since. He is quite the man of mystery, of course a consultant for Soho House, the Soho House group. He seems to be quite a mover and shaker in Hollywood as well. A fixer. And I have to say that, of course, all of this is going to be allegedly in this reading and for entertainment purposes only. And please form your own opinions about Markus Anderson and his relationship with Meghan Markle. I am using a relatively new deck today. It comes in an enormous box, the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. I am still learning my way around it. I got this deck because I've been looking for decks that I can do shadow type readings with. I have some absolutely beautiful tarot decks that I use for my own personal readings, but completely inappropriate for the subjects that we mostly deal with. Markus Anderson, I think, is the one that is going to introduce the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot to us, and I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross with this deck, this new deck. It's still quite slick, quite slippy, whoops, and somehow some of the cards are in the upright, and that's, I think, a first for me. We'll cover it quickly so we don't see it, and see what the tarot has to tell us about Markus and his relationship with Meghan, also his relationship with Harry. There are some quite salacious stories out there, all allegedly rumour, let me hasten to add. And what an interesting card comes out as the underlying energy. Very shiny. The Magician, for those of you who cannot see. The Magician. And where can we put him? That's Markus Anderson. That's who he is. The power behind the throne, the manipulative energy, manifesting things. It's alleged that he conjured this relationship into being between Meghan and Harry, introduced them. He is the fixer. He is the one who organizes things, whatever it is that people want. We won't go into the detail of the things that he organizes for people, but you know where I'm going with that. I don't need to absolutely come out and say the kinds of things that he organizes for people, but that is the Markus Anderson energy. I don't know what sign he is. I don't think anybody knows. I could be wrong, and if you do know, I'll be very interested to hear. If you have that kind of information, please do tell us in the comments. But there he is, the Magician, Mercury energy, Gemini energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's a Gemini. It means that he is the one who is the power behind the throne. And as if we didn't all suspect that, but tarot is telling us there he is. And just in case we had our doubts, the next card is the Emperor. So double confirmation there for his power, his authority in this very intriguing relationship. So the heart of the matter, and we're talking about Markus and Meghan, the card that was in the upright. And that's very interesting because Markus is not a happy man. It is the Six of Wands, but in reverse. There is the triumphal procession, but in reverse, Markus is not happy. He's not happy with the way things have gone. He feels like it's a failure, this relationship. His involvement with Harry and Meghan has not brought him the success that he thought it was going to bring. And of course, I have to say this is all my opinion and allegedly, and read that into the rest of this reading, please. But he's not a happy man. he feels that it has been a massive, massive failure, and that's very interesting. No wonder he has gone quiet. We will ask that specific question. He's not happy. He's not at all happy. It didn't go the way he was expecting. The magician thought he was going to get a lot more out of this relationship than he did. So his challenge, and his challenge is the Hanged Man. His challenge is that he feels in some way that he is a victim in this situation. He is in limbo. He has really gone into hiding. The Hanged Man is a disappearing energy. You can see him lying there. Very ugly card. Tied, bound, stuck. Sacrificed. Here's a sacrifice. When you see the Hanged Man in the upright, as this card is, it's a sacrifice energy. It is in limbo. He feels that his life is stuck. He can't move forward. He can't appear in public. He has got to remain hidden. It is that mysterious Neptunian energy that's very difficult to deal with. It's very difficult to pin down. It's very difficult to plan, navigate your way through. If you've ever been at the mercy of a Neptune transit, astrological transit, you'll know what I'm talking about. And Markus Anderson is there in the mist and the fog, feeling very defeated and feeling quite lost, quite confused, and really as if he's at some level being punished for his involvement with Harry and Meghan. And interesting energy, very interesting energy coming out of this Edgar Allan Poe tarot. So the hidden energy in this reading, why is he so quiet? Why is he hidden? What is going on that is hidden from us? And we get the Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups is, of course, babies, pregnancies. In reverse, I don't think that he liked what went on with that. And all of that. And you know what I mean when I say all of that. With pregnancies, doesn't like it at all. And feels that it's causing trouble. Page of Cups is, of course, a communication card. It's an emotional communication card. So he possibly, there has been some fallout when the Page of Cups is in reverse. It is a breakup energy. If you get that in a personal reading, in a romantic reading, or it doesn't have to be romantic, any form of relationship, Page of Cups comes out in reverse. There is a problem in that relationship, possibly a breakup, but definitely a communication problem. And emotions that are running high. And so there's two ways of interpreting this card. It could literally be children, doesn't like what's going on with the children and felt that he needed to remove himself from the scene of the crime, alleged crime. Also that there has been a fallout in that relationship with Meghan, and so he has removed himself. But no happy energy in this, none at all. And so what's his focus right now? And wow, as I said, no happy energy on this. He really feels stuck. This is the Hanged Man energy. The Hanged Man, Major Arcana, 8 of Swords, Minor Arcana. He really feels trapped. He has made this bed for himself that he is now lying in, stuck. It's a coffin that this person is stuck in. And he feels trapped, he feels stuck. And it just really, such negative energy coming off this. I'm really glad that I'm using this deck for this reading. I wouldn't want this energy to taint some of my other decks that I have. But it's a very negative energy. He really is a very unhappy man, mentally stuck, emotionally unhappy, feeling defeated with the 6 of Wands. And feeling that he really is quite a victim of this all, and that he is the one who's going to be blamed ultimately for what's going on. The Hanged Man has that energy of blame about it. So what's happened in the recent past with Marcus Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and he thought he was going to make his fortune, and he really did. And that pause there was the enormity of it, of the fortune. He really thought that he'd struck gold with this Meghan and Harry relationship that he allegedly conjured up with the magician card. He thought he was on to something incredible for himself, and allegedly at some stage he was on the royal payroll. I seem to recall, I've been following this story for years now, can't believe how many years. I'm actually quite embarrassed at how many years of my life this is now consumed. And of course I do have other things in my life than Harry and Meghan, but it has become quite a thing, and for you as well. So I know I'm not alone in that, the morality tale that we're all watching here. But he really thought that he was onto something. He was going to feather his nest. He was going to be a mover and shaker. He already is. He's already very successful. But he thought that this was just going to be absolutely fantastic, that he could mine this thing for years. It hasn't turned out that way. How's it going to be in the future for him? Well, it looks as if his dreams might come true. Ten of Pentacles. It's not a very promising card the way it's depicted here with the Edgar Allan Poe tarot, but normally it is a very promising card. A future success is assured, security, abundance, all of that. So even though things are going very badly wrong for him at the moment, it does seem that in the near future things are going to go a whole lot better, and somehow he's going to extricate himself from this mess and get some kind of stability and security for himself. I wonder how. Let's have a look and see. I have specifically asked the universe to tell me with these next two cards what his real relationship is with Meghan Markle. What is the true nature of that relationship? All kinds of speculation. Allegedly the father of Archie, that it's possibly a sexual relationship, all kinds of things. So let's see what the tarot has to tell us. And the Fool in reverse. He feels that it's a terrible mistake, this relationship with her. Something that he leapt into, something that has been reckless, has made him look like a fool. He really regrets this relationship. Incredible how much he regrets this relationship. He thinks it was stupid, it was rash, it was reckless, didn't think things through. Allegedly substances involved, things that possibly could have compromised his ability to think clearly. And for him it was a mistake. It was a wild and reckless relationship and a mistake. One that he regrets. When you get the Fool in reverse, you regret the foolishness, literally, that you displayed in whatever decision you made, whatever path you chose in your life. So for him, Fool in reverse, not positive, major arcana, but it's a very negative energy. He regrets it. He thought it was going to be a brilliant new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, brave new start, financial start. Fool is about new beginnings. When it's in the reverse, rash and reckless, and it's led to disaster for him. Yeah, it looks like he's going to survive unscathed. He seems to be one of those people that can pick himself up and dust himself off and carry on. We'll see the outcome, the ultimate outcome. Interesting question, this next one. What is his real relationship with Prince Harry? Same thing as I said with Meghan. A lot of people say that it's more than just a friendship. It could have other aspects to it. And let's say the King of Swords here with Prince Harry. He's the dominant person in this relationship. It's not coming out as a sexual or emotional kind of an energy. It's coming out as he is the mover and shaker, the puppet master, the power behind the throne, even though it's King of Swords. The King of Swords is that very wise, very clear-seeing, very shrewd energy. So he's very strategic in this relationship. It's a very similar energy to the Magician in this reading. It's the person who makes plans and manipulates things and gets things to happen, but in that cold and calculating and shrewd way. A very a very powerful energy, but a very cold energy, and a calculating energy. And so it's not an emotional connection. It's not that kind of a relationship. It's more, you do what I say. You, Prince, you listen to me. I am the king here in this relationship, and I tell you what to do. I have a plan. I have a strategy, and do what I say, and things will go very, very well for you. Well, they haven't so far, and the Six of Wands came out in the reverse as the heart of this reading. So a big failure so far for all of them, really, not just for Markus Anderson. So his hopes and fears right now, Markus Anderson, High Priestess, he wants to stay hidden. He absolutely just wants this to all stay secret. His involvement with possibly setting Meghan and Harry up, his involvement possibly with babies, all of that. He wants that to stay secret. He doesn't want it out at all. And quite a sinister energy coming from that High Priestess. I wouldn't like to cross Markus Anderson, especially when it's sitting on top of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very ruthless energy, and can, without any compunction, get rid of people if he no longer wants them. So the outcome for Markus Anderson of this very curious affair, this strange relationship with Meghan Markle, and of course with Prince Harry. Ruin. Absolute ruin. Ten of Swords. It doesn't really depict what the Ten of Swords is all about, although there is that person stuck in the chimney there. Oh, whoops, that you can now see. The top of this card with the swords kind of raining down. No escape from this calamity that's coming to him. And it's very interesting that the Ten of Pentacles is sitting there as the preceding energy, because in terms of time, the Ten of Pentacles comes next, and then the Ten of Swords is the ultimate energy, the outcome of this reading. I'm beginning to look at that Ten of Pentacles and not feel so positive about it, particularly the way it's depicted in this tarot deck. It doesn't really inspire confidence, even though it's technically a very positive card. Ten of Pentacles always in these royal readings is the royal family. And it might be that Markus Anderson is going to be coming up against the royal family in some way. That the Ten of Pentacles doesn't depict his own wealth and security in the near future, but that he is going to be running into the royal family in some way. And this is the outcome, the Ten of Swords. It's the outcome he fears in all of these cards. You can see this energy. It's very negative energy. He really is trying to lay low. He is trying to cover his tracks. He is trying to hide. But the Ten of Swords, it's the end, it's the ruin, it's the absolute rock bottom, that you get to, your reputation ruined, stabbed in the back, there's betrayal, there is utter defeat, utter ruin, and that seems to be what lies in store for Markus Anderson, the fixer, the one behind the throne, the one who put this whole deal together for his own financial gain. And it looks like he is living to regret it, and will pay a very heavy price for his involvement with Harry and Meghan, ultimately, just as his little friend Omid Scobie seems to be paying a heavy price, according to the reading that I did on him. So, very interesting. I enjoyed working with these cards. I hope you enjoyed seeing them in action too. And interesting reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.